Okay, so good evening, guys. So today we'll be focusing on some advanced feature of object-oriented programming. Just now, what we saw, yesterday, what we saw, it was just like a basic concept for the object-oriented programming here. In that, what we saw is like some concept part, like we saw in the Python that everything is object, and as everything is object, even the class is also object. We saw like function is object, module is object, list is object, means whatever we saw in the Python till now, they're all object. So what is object? That also we know that it is nothing but an instance of a class, means we can access the properties of class using the object. So something which we define inside the class, or you can say the class members, we can access using the object now. Yesterday we focus on creating our own object. For that we started understanding basic concept of class in the Python itself, where we have defined constructor method like init. It is a double underscore init double underscore. Then we saw how to define the class variable and object variable. These are a very important topic because what class variable means, based on that the scope also vary here. We try to understand the difference between object variable and local variable also. Like we have defined here version as a local variable, and age and city, they are object variable. So object variable you are able to access using the object. So we have a scope now. So whenever we are creating the object of the class A, we are able to access the object variable here. We also saw like class variable like serial number in this example is a class variable, and as it is a class variable, we are accessing this class variable by class itself. And right now the class here is A, so we are able to access this class variable by class A itself. One more thing you can note it down, that using the class, like right now the class name A, you can access class variable only. You are not able to access object variable. So if you try to access age and city using the class name, you will find it is not available. You will not able to access object variable using the class name. But in contrast to that, if you want to access class variable using object, it is possible. So if you want to access serial number, you can access the serial number by using the class name as well as by using the object. But age and city you can access only by object, not by the class name also. So this is the way the scope of the variable is a predefined scope for all the data members which are defined inside the class here. So this is very important for us to understand the scope of the variable here, right? And we also saw that local variable, right, do not have the scope outside the class. So if you are trying to access local variable by using the object or by using the class, you will not able to access it. So because the local variable, the scope is inside the function itself or inside the method itself now. And that also we saw with a hands-on. I hope you remember the yesterday sessions, and this is very important session. That's the reason I'm doing bit. I'm just repeating and some clearing the concept of those guys who are new to the object-oriented programming and also new to the Python. We also saw the use of self here. Guys who already know the C++ and Java, they know the this pointer. This is what is a reference to the instance of a class, same way the self is. So every method in the Python, we need to define the self here. And we have defined the self in the init also, we have defined the self in the info also. Whereas we are not passing the self argument here. We just need to define that first argument. Self is the first argument of all the methods which we are defining inside the class. We also saw the difference between class variable and the difference between the method and the function, right? So what is a method? Method is just defined inside the class, right? Function defined inside the class, we say it is a method. But the small difference, function with a parameter, at least one parameter called self, is we are saying right now here is a method now. So mostly you will see all the methods which you define inside the class has a first parameter, right? That way we are saying it is a method. If you do not define method with a parameter, it means that is just a function. Okay, some let's say you are defining some function as a local, so the scope is local in that case, right? So that's what we know in the Python now. We also we have after that we have seen like a inheritance concept, right? We have just tested this basic concept of object programming, and we are focused on the application development. We just took the case study here. We develop one small bank application here, and in the bank application what we saw is like there is a class bank is there. In that we are defined a constructor method init, and in the constructor method we have initialized the class bank. I also said that about init, that init is a by default, it is available for the all objects. Whenever you are creating the object, the initialization of the class is done by the init. It's a constructor method, it's a default constructor for all the objects. So in case you want to override this constructor, we need to write this inside the class. As we know, like in the Python, the class is also object. So we are override by writing the init here, and we are defined some parameter also along with the self inside the init. So we have given the bank name, branch, city. So we have given all these object variable. Also we have defined class variable like IFSC here, and try to access the all this data using the object. After that we focus on inheritance of the bank class inside the customer class. So this is what we can see, like when we are seeing customer of bank, that way we are able to inherit the feature of the bank inside the customer class here. And after inheriting, we have added some more feature like customer name is added in the customer method. So we can see init was overridden, we have override the init. So whatever the parameters which were available in the bank, we have written that first because we are overriding now. Here we are doing overriding. That's the reason we need to have first existing parameters of the constructor method, and some additional parameter can be added. So when you are inheriting right now, so first thing, there are two things we are doing right now. We return the class customer of bank, and after that what we did, we have override the init as well as info method. And once you override, what happened in that case, we are not able to access, once you override, what happened, we are not able to access the previous method, means we are not able to access the your superclass method. So if you want to access superclass method in this case, you need to access manually here. So that's the reason we use a superclass name bank, and we have access init method of bank manually, because once you override, you cannot call, you are not able to access your superclass method. So bank is already having the init method, and in the customer we are overriding it. Keep in mind, overriding concept is there in the Python everywhere. It is not only for the method. Wherever you write any object overriding is always there. Even you define x equal to 5 and then you mention x equal to 10. So there is a variable overriding. That variables are object again. So overriding is always there. Now in this case also you will see that we already have the bank class, and now in the customer class we are overriding the bank methods, right? And we also know that init is a built-in methods. So we are added some parameter for initializing the customer bank itself, and that way we have overriding. So this is what we did in the yesterday session also. Then how to call the uh, customer id? We have initialized again customer id, which is a cid, which is nothing but the class variable, and we have done that manipulation on that also. So for every customer there should be unique id. That was the objective, and that also we have done in the after overriding. So this is the way, and this is the way we do the overriding as well as inheritance. I hope you know the concept of inheritance here. I have not I have not discussed much about inheritance because I hope like you know some concept of inheritance in other programming language. The concepts are same here, right? What we do is we have why we use inheritance, why we are writing object-oriented programming. These concepts are same. What the concept of same means here, reusability, right? Python believes on reusability, and as it is a reusability, so we can like in the inheritance what we do, there is a reusability, right? We already have some objects or some data members already defined inside the bank. We should not be defining once again, right? So what is the solution? You just need to override it, and whichever the new thing you want to add, you need to initialize that only. For example, cn, which we are defined as an object variable inside the customer class, was not available in the case of a bank. So what we did, we just initialize customer name here, that is a CN, but we are not initialize bank name and the bank name, branch and the city, because these data members were already predefined, right? So they were these all data members were defined inside the bank class itself. As they were defined, we do not require to do overriding, right? So I'm like we just need to we don't require to redefine it, right? So we just need to access it. So for accessing purpose, we have written the bank class name, which is a super class name. In other programming language also we do that. In case of Java or C++, we use a super keyword, and super keyword also we can access it. There are two way actually. In the Python new style of classes, we do that also. We can have the super class, and using the super class also we can access it. So these are some concepts which are there in the most of the object-oriented programming language, and we are following that. I'm not saying that all features of object-oriented programming we are following in the Python here, but as because here we have something different also, which is not exactly the same like a Python, Java, and the C++. We cannot say that exactly same here. There is a difference now, and the difference is because here it is an object-oriented scripting language. This is not a programming language, right? As there are many things which are built in, we do not require to define it. Whereas in the case of Java and C++, things are not defined. We have to define it manually. So here it is a dynamic behavior. As we know, Python has a dynamic behavior, so things change according to the values, right? And things change because here everything is object. As everything is object, we are accessing the built-in properties of object here, right? And we write a very less lines of code in the Python as compared to the Java and the C++, and you must have seen like things are very easy compared to the Java also. And even I would say like it is not necessary you should go for the Java programming language. If you just know the object-oriented programming concept of any language, that is fine. Okay, so this is the way the programming language so we are just trying to utilize the concept here, right? So that is what we did here. And you can see like how we are done in the customer class, how customer is accessing the bank of features, and then how we are overriding. these statements, whatever I'm saying, overriding, overloading, these are all object-oriented programming concepts. Wherein you say polymorphism. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism is the two things: overriding, overloading. That is what we are trying to do here. In the Python, we have overriding. We do not do the overloading. Why we are not doing the overloading? Any reason? Okay, I think someone say like the voice is not clear. I could see that. Oh, the voice is echoing. I will just stop this. Uh, is it clear now? Let me know because in between sometimes, yes, great. Okay, so I hope you're is clear. You are clear with the your what you can say, the concept part here now, and also the inheritance part also. I've just why I'm actually revisiting this concept because I'm just waiting for some more participant, as well as want to revisit the what we saw in the yesterday session, and then we can go ahead with the yesterday session only by adding some more thing here. Okay, so that is our main objective of revisiting this particular session, and it's very important in Python. I will say this is the most important topic in the Python, because here you're going to write your own object, and to write your own object you should know the object behavior, as well as we need to know the concept part here. I hope you are getting that concept. And the concept is, as I say, overriding, overloading, inheritance, class variable, object variable, and all these things. And this is all revision part, so it's maybe like those who missed something yesterday can revisit all this concept, and if any questions are there related to the yesterday session, can be discussed in the break time, maybe whenever we get the break time. What we'll plan is like after every 1 hour we can have the 5 minute break, so that the question answer can be there. We can discuss some questions in between after every 1 hour. So maybe now at 8:55 we can plan for the questions again, right? Till the time we'll be having the session in that case. Now, I think you remember, like we tried other classes also, then we have done hierarchical inheritance here now. So now we have inherited the bank in the customer class, and after that, in the saving account, we have inherited the customer itself. So this is the way, hierarchical way, we are inheriting the properties of our class itself. And now in this case, we have all the things which is available in the case of customer. Whatever is available in the saving account also now. And we have done some computation work here to calculate the deposit, and some, like we have some added some condition while withdrawing. Like if the in the case of saving account, we say if the amount is trying to withdraw less than which is more than the balance, then it is going to say low account balance, this kind of message. And obviously you can write your message according to the your application requirement. But this is just like a giving some idea, like how do you write some conditional condition inside the method itself. So that also we saw it. And I think in the current account also we did the same thing. Only thing is, we have mentioned like if it is less than 10,000, and then only it should show the low account balance. That's it, what we did in the yesterday's session. I hope you are clear with the yesterday session. And yeah, we have also store this as a bank application, and I have already shared this file now, right? So now about today's session, something more I said. We How do you declare data as a private data and the public data in the Python? By default in Python, whatever you are defining, they're all public data, right? Means you do not you don't require to say that it is a public. In the case of Java, if you remember, that everywhere you have to mention it is a public static void main, public static class, public class. That is something which you do in the Java, because in the Java by default it is not public. In the Python, it is like that by default, even you don't require to say it is a public. Python has, as I said, some mature language. As it is a mature language, there is a lot of things which the Python understand by default, right? So that is what you will see, the Python understand that this is a public by default. Now now let me actually write a let me give the demo of how do you define the data as a private data now, right? So here we are going to have class. I'm just showing them a small demo to understand how to define the data as a private data now. Maybe I can create a one new Jupyter file itself, so that it is more clear now. So today's our objective will be to learn and practice advanced OOPS concept is the first thing, where it includes private data and public. Private protected also, I'll write it to just to make you understand. Protected, it is not there, but we should mention what is protected in the Python means. The meaning is different here, it is not the same like the other programming language. Then we'll have a get attribute, means locking data members. Lock data members, or say lock attribute. Lock attribute using get and set, which is a built-in in the Python. Then we have a, we'll understand some once we do this lock attribute and get attribute example. There will be one examples connected to lock attribute. There will be example connected to private data, public data, and protected data. I think we should go for the next topic after this. Okay, and the next topic will be uh, to focus on file handling, which is another important topic. In this particular topic, first we'll understand the basic file handling here, and there will be advanced file handling after this. Okay, so first we'll be understanding the basic file handling concept in the Python. Then we'll also try to understand exception handling. So this will be our today agenda. Uh, itself, I think this itself will take almost 3 hours because some concept in object programming plus some examples or some case study is going to take a lot of time here. So this will be there, and then now let us start working on the this private, public, and protected data now. So what this private, public, protected data? So let's say you have a class car. Okay, car is a class here, and in this I will be defining some data as a public data and some defined as a private data. So how to declare data as a private data? Okay, so here this is a car demo class. We like to have one demo here, right? So the demo class here, and in this I will say there is a engine number and having some value. Let's say it is something like a 777 is the engine number, and this I am declaring with a double underscore in the beginning. So something which is double underscore in the beginning is private in a Python. It's a private class variable. And another data which I will define for the car will define as a public data also, so that we'll have difference between the private data and the public data. So by default, something like I have a car serial number, or I want to say like number of cars. So number is there, it's let's say 1. Okay, so this I am defining as a public class variable. This is by default, so I do not require to say anything for the public here. Then we'll define some method. Now I will not define any constructor method as of now, because I think we already know about constructor methods. So here focus is to understand public methods and the private method. So let's say we are defining first public method. So for the car, car has a car information. So I'm just defining the car info as a, which is a public for everybody. So I'm just saying the self, then I'm saying name of the car we should know, and let's say I'm declaring some information about the car here, like the name of the car, and we can say something more, color. Okay, you can write many more things. This is just to give the information here, that and then this is going to be this is a public information. This is a public information for the car. Okay, and you're going to have a self dot n is equal to name, which is your object variable, then self dot your color. For that color we say c equal to color. Okay, so I have not mentioned any model or something like that. We can, if you want to mention the name of the car, the model of the car, a lot of things can be written here. If you want that, that is also possible. I will just say self dot m is equal to model. Okay, print model of the okay, car name is car name, and model name is, I'll directly write it, name is percentage s and model is percentage s. So I'm writing this percentage self dot for the name we have n, self dot for model we have a m. I hope you remember the all this thing from the yesterday session also, and I hope now after this example it will be more comfortable, because yesterday it was the first session for object oriented programming. So some guys may have faced some issue while writing the code, but now it is revisiting object programming plus advanced feature in the case of like object programming itself. So we are just trying to add that, so there will be like usage. So we are using the what we have learned in yesterday session. Now we can also have a print car color is a percentage s, and now self dot here c. Some more thing, like we want to access the engine number information as well as the car numbers. It is a class variable, so we should be calling this I hope you remember, we should be calling this by car dot uh, I will say, I will just access here, I can say your public variable car dot no plus equal to 1. So my card number will be always unique. Car number is, or number of car you want to say. Okay, whatever, percentage d, car number is percentage d. Then we are saying here that percentage car dot no, right? So I hope you are okay with this. Let me know in between if you are getting any issue, uh, that because I'm not getting any response as of now today. It should not happen like I'm just checking the session and participants are not listening, or they are not able to listen clearly. So in between, I'm expecting some response here. Are you okay with this till now? I think I need to speak one or two participants in between. Hi, Alok. Okay, good.
Hello?
Okay, I just wanted to test in between so that there should not be any network issue at least. Okay, fine. Is it audible? And everything is fine, Alok, there?
Yeah, it is
Okay,
audible.
thanks, Alok. Yeah. So just wanted to check, and great. So now we're just working out on this, and now we'll define the private method. So how to declare private method? We have to just say some confidential information I want to write about the car, like I want to say about car engine. So something private data. So the data, I can say private data and self. Okay, so PRIV. Okay, you can add anything. This is just like a private data. Uh, so this is something we say double underscore in the beginning. Keep in mind this is double underscore. So here we are going to print uh, private and confidential. It is not nothing to security. This is different. Confidential and private means here the meaning is different. You will come to know confidential data. Okay. So what I want to print is a engine number here, which is available, and I want every time the new engine number to be created for every car. So in the private data that is also possible, but then we are not actually doing as such. We are just going to access here. No modification we are going to do here in this case. I'm just going to print it here. Okay. So I will just try to print my engine number, car engine number. So car engine number is, let's say, percentage D, and we are just going to say percentage car dot, what we should write now, double underscore eng and o. Okay, so I think this is what I need to first do it before we proceed further. Simple application we are trying here, right? And we have just done what? We have defined the class car. In that we have defined engine number, and also defined the private data as well as public methods and private methods, that also we are done here. Now the time has come to test it. Okay, this is very important. Writing the data is fine, but then how to test the private data, and what is private, the meaning of private in the Python, because it is not the same as in the Java and C++. There is a difference between the Java and C++ in terms of private data here. It is very different here, and that also will come to know. Okay, so let us see it actually rather than discuss much about it. So why not to create some object of this car class now? Okay, so you already guys know how to create an object, and let us create some object, right? So you are going to manufacture certain car, and you are just putting some information. That's it. We are not done any much. We don't want to focus on other stuff of the car here. Our object is very simple. That we should have the car having some engine information and the serial numbers and the private data. That's what we're trying to do here. We are not defined here constructor method here, so the things are different here. Uh, okay, let us see how does it work, and we'll come to know accessing the class variable inside the some methods like info and the private data, the meaning that also will come to know, right? So let us test it now. So let's say we have the car like a Honda is a car. Okay. uh, or I can get, because name is already there, so car 1, C1 should be fine, C1. Okay, having the car. And simply because we by default, see, when we are not defining the, when you are not defining what the init method, it means by default there is a init method is there. As soon as I have returned the C1 equal to car, object is created, you can print it, print the C1. You can see that object is created now. This is C1 equal to car here, right? Now why not to access the data by, so this is a car, this is like your they are all class variables, and they are all your object variable, as we know already, we are discussed about it. So first thing is like I want to get the public method and public data. Okay, so uh, print my car number. I want to print a car number, which is a public data. So simply I can print it by even the object or by in the class. Car number I can print by object also, by the class. The difference will come to know. If I print it by class name, I will just say car dot number. Okay, this is by class name. And one more way is to card number I can also print by object by c1 dot number also. So let us see this much, and you can see the card number by object also we have called, and by using the, because class variable is accessible by class name as well as by the object. Okay, so this is already discussed in the morning, but then again I am showing practically here. Then object variable, we have a car name. So if I'm trying to access car name by class name, let us see what happened. Car dot uh, n is something a name, and obviously I'm expecting some error here. See, it's saying attribute error, class car has no attribute n. Keep in mind, you cannot access your car name by or you can say object variable by your, what you can say, uh, by is in the class, right? That is one thing. Second thing, as we do not have constructor, name, model and color is not initialized, right? So this we have to initialize manually now in the info method. So I have to give as an object data. Okay, so c1 dot info, I have to mention here what is the name. So I'm just saying like Honda is a name. Then what is the model? Let's say Mobilio. Okay, and the third is a color. Let's say white color. Now let us see what happened. You got this. You got car name is Honda, model is Mobilio, car color is white, car number is 2. So this is like returning the information here for one object, and you try another object like c2 is equal to car. Then you try to again say c2 dot, okay, the same thing you copy paste. The only difference will be some data will have some difference here. So there is a, let's say, another model, let's say city, Honda city, right? And now you can see it has a card number 3 now, right? This is what we are done now. This was something which is very like a basic here. This is something which is very common, right? Now let us test the special thing here, that is the private data. So for public data we didn't find any problem. Now print uh, this car dot, I'm just trying to access engine number here. So generally we do this way, and see what happened. ENGNO, you can see this is my engine number. So I'm just doing that, and see what happens as soon as I'm trying to print the engine number by the car name itself. Let's see what is saying. Oh, attribute class car has no attribute engine number. So what is the wrong here? This is already defined. Okay, I have defined the engine number inside the car class, and it should have print the way the car number is printed, but it is not happening here. Why it is not working? Okay, this is the question. Why I'm not able to access the engine number here? Okay, not only by the car, even you try by object. Just try by object also, C1 or C2, whatever you want to say, and just try to access. See, it is saying that attribute car has no attribute engine number. So what is the meaning of this? What does it mean here? Why I'm not able to access the data itself? See, forget about method. I'm not able to access the data itself. Okay, now let us try to access the private method also. Yes, yeah, it's a private. So now one more thing. So that's what we're trying to understand. Yes, you're right. Ashish is it will be accessible within the class. You are right, Ashish. And let us see now. Now, can I access using the private data? Can I access the private data now? Let us try to do that. Private data methods. Okay. So, can I try write C1 dot double underscore private data, private PRV PRIV data, and let us try to access it now. See what happens. I will comment this section first, and then I'm trying to access now. See what happens. Okay, let us execute. Oh, still getting the error. It's saying that private data I'm not able to access. So what is happening here? I'm not able to access this private data method as well as private members outside the class, right? So can I access this engine number inside this method now? Let us see that also. Okay, and you should be able to see that you can engine number you are able to access here, right? But because I'm not able to access private data, means private method here, I'm not able to access the engine information also. That is what the way the private data is declared inside the class itself, or private members are declared inside the class, right? So what is the solution now? This is a problem now. If I am not able to access my private data outside the class, in case I want to access, what should we do? So do we have a solution to access these private members or private data which is declared inside the car class, right? Can we access even engine number? So do we have a solution available? Yeah, anybody know that? Can we access this engine number or private data outside the car class? Is there any way, if I want to access this kind of data, can we access it? And if uh, let me give the, if I will just wait for the answer here, otherwise I'll be the answer here. Can we access it is a question mark. Right now we are able to see like we are not able to access, right? So is there any way we can access it? I'm getting the answer like it will be accessible in the class only, but not outside, right? Can we access outside also? Yeah, someone can try and tell me, is it possible to access outside the class? Giving you time to think here, and as per our plan, after every hour, so there will be some question answer in between. So Shiv Kumar is Shiv Shankar is saying that it can be done through inheritance. Okay, then why do you want to access the outside the class if okay, Sangram is saying that why do you want to access outside the class if you have declared it as a private? Okay, good point. Okay. Yeah, I'm like if I'm like we need to understand. See, we always see like there is some provision for all the kind of problems. When there is a problem, in case I want to share this data, private data, so do we have provision to share data? This generally like the questions which comes right. Like public data means it is obviously it is for sharing purpose. Private data, the meaning is it is not for the meaning itself is saying that it is not for sharing, right? So even for the inheritance, it will not work. uh, Shiva Shankar. Even if it is not outside, means not for the inheritance also. Even after inheritance, this will not be accessible, right? If you try to access it this way, okay. So let me tell you here, there is a provision. Why I ask this question? Because there is a provision to access the private data also, but not the same way the way we access the public data, right? So way of access is different here, and why it is different? There is a reason behind it. And what is that? Let us see that. Okay. So if you want to access the private data, let us inspect the object first. So how to inspect the object? As you know, we inspect the object. I'll just comment this. Just put dir of any object C1. And what is the dir of C1 now? Let us see the uh, some attribute which are there inside the dir list. So instead of engine number, it is showing us it is a single underscore car and double underscore engine number. Instead of double underscore priv data, I can see there is a single underscore car and double underscore priv data is there. So this is a hint for us to access our private data. The meaning of private data and the usage of private data, that also we need to understand here. So in this case, this hint give us a solution. So if I want to access my engine number, it won't be just engine number now, it is the class name single underscore class name car. And now let us see. I could see something interesting here. Engine number. Okay, it is available now. You can see. You can see this. I just printed so that we know like there's an engine number here. So engine number. You can see this. So we could access now, right? Now What about private method? Again add the single underscore car and see what happened to private data. Oh, now I can access the private data also. So this is the way I can write here. Private method of a car. And now let us see it. Good. You can see. Previously, when we are trying to, okay, good. Uh, you are getting the none along with the engine number. That's good. Yes, you must be printing this C1 dot single underscore car double underscore private data Shiv Shankar. Yes. So don't print that because already print statement is available inside the private data. So you are trying to print two times. The first print itself is taking the action. The second print we don't require to. Okay, so I hope you got that. Fine. So if it is coming none, it means you are printing twice. That is the way it is. Okay guys, I hope you understand now how do you access private data. So as per the plan, I'm now here, I'm giving some pause for 5 minutes here uh, in our session. To make you understand more clear, we should have some pause of 5 minutes in between, and we can actually understand the thing what we are doing. And what's the use of private data then if we can access the private data also, that also we should understand here. Yes, I think the question has come. I was expecting the same. What is the general usage of private variable in this example? Good. That is what I wanted to discuss. And these questions I'm expecting also. And there is a lot of we'll understand the benefit also of declaring some data as a private data. We don't declare all data as a private data first of all. In a very rare case, we declare data as a private data. And which particular case we should be declaring the data as a private data, that also we should know. Okay, so right now I'm just giving you the 5 minute break here to understand what we have done, and after the 5 minute break I'll make sure that you are understanding the benefit of declaring the data as a private data. What's the benefit of, with a practical example. So the benefit right now for those guys who like to see the benefit practically, you just try to do the inheritance of the car class. So now I can say like this is a small assignment in the break itself. Write a deluxe car class and you try to inherit the car class. Yes, yes, that also I will tell you. Yes, Kiran Kumar. I'll be talking to you separately within a 2 minute time. Yes. Right, I'll tell you the benefit also, but right now just to make you, because this is all about accessibility, right? We know the objective of writing the class, why we write a methods. These are all object properties. So some object I want to access directly, and some objects like even double underscore in the beginning, double underscore at the end, which are built in, are we accessing manually? We don't access manually. Generally we don't do that. It is done automatically. Some members we have to do it access manually, and some access we are, some are by default it is there, automatic are there. So there are way of accessing the data, and we are trying to understand what are the way of accessing the data, what are the way of defining the data. So these are the varieties available in the Python, and we are trying to understand this variety itself. Yes, yes, Kiran Kumar, I will be speaking to you within a 2 minute time. So here we have 5 minute break, and after the 5 minute break, because after every hours we'll be having the 5 minute break here, so that we are comfortable with the content. I hope you guys are getting the point. Now I'll discuss with Kiran Kumar first. If Kiran Kumar is there. Yes. Hi Kiran. I hope you are there online. I have just unmute you, but I can't see you are available right now. Hello. Okay. I think. So I hope you guys are back right now. We can because it was just a 5 minute break for close this. I hope you guys are again back. Okay. So Shiv Kumar is there. Hi Shiv Kumar. Shiv Shankar, right?
Yeah, Shushankar.
Yeah. So we can have some questions. If you have any question, let me know.
Uh, no, I don't have any.
Okay, okay. Because I think Kiran Kumar has a questions. I will just check with him. I'm not able to see Kiran Kumar right now. Hi Kiran, are you there?
Hi, I'm here.
Okay, you're back now. Okay, so now we can discuss some questions here. What are the questions you are having?
I was asking this underscore car double underscore engine number. There's a
Mm-hmm.
private variable and private method.
Right.
uh, why we, I mean, what is the general real time how
Mhm.
we can utilize this?
Right, right. That's the
Like
reason.
we
Yeah.
have declared as initially private the
Hmm.
variable and method. It should
Hmm.
that will have some meaning. But when we will use exactly these variables, whatever
Yes.
underscore car and
Right. And that's what I wanted to discuss actually. So the objective here is, let me tell you, like data which is available inside the car class right now. Whichever the data is, by default, everything is public here, right? And this public data is available to all other members also. Like say I inherit the car now. Okay. So after inheriting, what happened that all the members which are declared inside the car class, you can override it. Am I right, Kiran? Okay. So I think you're. So what happen if you do not want overriding should take place? Okay. So if you do not want to override, what is the solution for that? So some data which is a confidential, let's say, like engine number or something like account number, something which I do not want overriding should be done. In that case, I can declare the data as a private data. So private data does not allow you to override your class members. So when whichever data, like right now, you just try to override engine number and the private data method. You'll come to know whether you can override it or not. Okay. So this way you can decide, okay, I want some data which should not get override by some other class also. Okay. So let us do that. So now I have a car class here. Let us write a deluxe car. What I'll do here, I will put everything this car, and here I will just override here. I'll write deluxe car here and inherit the car class. Now here I will have a different engine number. Let's the series is 888. Here I have a let's say a serial number starting from 100. I have a info methods available. Here I will have deluxe car number. The difference here is like I'm trying to override engine number, which is as it is private data. Okay, here it is like I'm just printing the deluxe car, and what else, like here also deluxe car. Okay, so deluxe car is a class name which I'm trying to inherit now. Now here deluxe car. Okay, so wherever there is a car, let us make it deluxe car here. And this is your uh, public class information for the deluxe car. And we have some more method also available in this, having some additional feature in this deluxe car. Let's say the speed is a, there is a high speed car, some additional data. So just writing some method name, it's like a high speed car, whatever you want to say. Okay, just added one method uh, to test it only. We put whatever data is available in the deluxe car as it is. We just override now in the deluxe car. This is a deluxe car demo now. Deluxe car is a special car here where it has a all data which is there in the car, and we are overriding now here. Let us see what happen if you override. In the case of deluxe car, what happen actually? Let us create object now. What happened to the deluxe car data members now? Just try to create object. So object will be created the same fashion, the same way, the way we did it here. The only thing is now, this is we will do it now. So instead of car, we'll have deluxe car now. Right? Let us have this much. And here there will be deluxe car number. Okay. Just see what happened now. I need some answer here. Are you able to override which members are overridden and which are not overridden now? Just test it and let me know that which members are getting override and which are not able to, which members you are not able to override. So also access the speed here, which is available in the only deluxe car. Just remove this. Now this is car private data, and also can I access my car deluxe car private data also? Can I access engine number of my car as well as deluxe car engine number now? Is it possible? Let us test and let me know. Whereas can I access car number as well as deluxe car number? This also you tell me. So I just need an answer that can I access my superclass data members after overriding, like a number we have override the info method, we have override all these method, right? Private data members, private data methods. So what happened after overriding? It's very interesting stuff actually to check what happened after overriding. So I'm just expecting some answer here. What happened after overriding here? Good. Shiv Shankar say that we are not able to override private data. Good point. So what is the output you are getting now? Good. So engine number is not a, okay, NO. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let us troubleshoot and see what happened, because this is what we need to understand here. So I hope you guys are trying and troubleshooting this kind of a thing and give me the answer. Some questions are there. What happened after overriding car data in the deluxe car class? Can we access deluxe car information? Okay, engine number is not overwritten. Good. Mhm. So good. Mhm. I can see the answers. Some of the guys are trying. So Shiva Shankar is trying, and also I could see Dharaninder who said like engine number is not overwritten. Good. So I hope you are getting now. So what are the things happening? You can see now. I can see I can access my engine number which is available in the car as well as in the deluxe car. So I can see that. So I have a engine number which is a both I can see car as well as deluxe car. But if you look at the number, the car number which is 100, okay, and I'm trying to access deluxe car number also. Let us see the car number as well as deluxe car number. Using the deluxe car, okay, because now this number is overridden, it is not accessible, right? I cannot I cannot access by using the deluxe car. So here if I try to access car number by using the car dot number, what happened? It is showing me 3 because it is available from the previous data actually, because there is a car object, right? It is available from the previous data. This is something from the previous data from the car object. So if I restart the shell in this case, then there is a problem, right? So why not to save this file? Why to save this file? Let us save this file. So I'm storing this deluxe car app.py, and this I'm storing as a car app.py. Okay. So now you should be able to inherit this. Okay, and you can even run this program outside also. Here also you can think about executing this now. So can I run this code from outside also? Yes, you can. So I have what car app. So Python car app. So I have a car app dot p. Okay, you can see I can execute this now, and Python deluxe car app. So what is saying? Car is not defined. Okay, how to solve this problem? Yeah, I know the problem solution here. Yes, someone can tell me how to solve this problem, because this is what objective is here. It is saying that the error, let me show the error here, that car is not defined. Okay, so what should we do? Looking for the answer here, waiting for the answer. I got the expected error here. Yes, how to import? Sapan, you are correct. How to import now? What should we do? Good point. Sapan, you're right, but then how to import? What statement you should write it now? Just write the statement and tell me which import statement we should use it. Import C1. No, I think that's not a good thing. C1 is application name or what? What is C1? What is C1 here? I'm not getting what is C1. So what should we do? Import car. Someone say import car. Okay. Can you import the car? What is car, by the way? Is the deluxe application know what is car? I don't think. What is car? Okay, it is a car app.py, someone say. Okay, is it a right syntax, Aprajit? Is that we have to give the py.py extension? What shall we do here? Yes, let me know what kind of what should be, because see, you're right, but there should be a something like I want to just access the car class from the application deluxe, from the application car app actually. Okay, not the application. So otherwise, yes, can you give the better solution? Yes, you are right, Kiran Kumar, but I need a better solution. Yes, I think now, no. Shiv Kumar, your some change. Okay, you are saying this way: import car from car app. Good, good. Okay, so I will do only this way: from statement from car app, which is application name, app, import car. That's it. This is more better. I'm just telling from this particular car app, I should import the car class only. That way I don't require to write car app.car here. So this is a more better statement now, right? Now test it. What happened? Let us see. Working, right? Deluxe car app, whatever is written, I'm able to see all this thing. But whatever I'm able to see, it is something which is there in the case of your car application, right? Because I have just imported it. So why not to try something interesting here? Why not to put this object right now in the comment section? This object in the comment section, or I have some more solution here. If double underscore name something interesting I'm doing now. Some guys should tell me what is going on. Some error I'm expecting. Now what happened after the execution? Some error I'm expecting here. It's saying main is not defined. Yeah, I did reverse actually. I did reverse. Name is equal to main. You have to tell me like what is this going on. Yeah, it is working now. What is this going on? It should be like import statement. Somewhere you must have seen something like this: name is equal to main. If my name is main, then only I should, and this, what's the benefit of this? This also I'll tell you. Previously my application was executing directly. Okay, you can see the car application, the deluxe car application got executed, and in that car application was getting executed automatically, even though I do not want it execute. Okay, because all these were executed by default, even just because it is imported, it's just by importing. Okay, now even you run the car app, you just try this. So this car app will be executed now because it is running. You're running this car app. Car app will run because it is, you are executing it, but by importing it will not run. So I have imported the car app in the deluxe car. It will not run now. See, the deluxe car will not run now. Okay, even though I have imported now. So this is what I want to do here. With condition, I want to execute the object. This object creation, everything should be done with condition only. This you can try in a same thing can be possible here also. If you want to create an object with a condition, so this I am doing now. Okay, this has to be indented. something more I'm doing here, okay? Because to add a more advanced feature here, I'm trying this now. Why I'm doing all this thing, I will explain you one by one. I don't want my application should run just because of the import statement. Okay, I want it should run only when I'm executing it. So now if I execute my deluxe car, what happened? Now it should run. So my deluxe car is running. Okay, deluxe car is running right now because now I executed. It is not just because of the import statement. So now if I import anywhere, okay, in the Python, if I import anywhere this deluxe car, right, this is my application deluxe car app, okay, it won't execute because I have put the condition just because of the import it should not run. It should run only when I am running the code. This is what I'm trying to do here now. This way you are adding certain condition, and as we discussed, entire Python code is a module, and the module default name is main. So keep in mind, I am checking the condition if double underscore name double underscore logical equal to main. So name is a built-in variable. We are giving the value main here. If this is okay, then only you should execute this all object. Otherwise, I'm like, you should be this way. What will happen? Only when you execute this main program, then only you should run it. Else you should not run it, right? You should not execute this. That is what we are doing right now. It's a default thing we are trying to do. By default, it execute. If we do not define this name equal to main, it get executed as we saw it. Okay, I hope you are getting this point. So I have created this application, and in this application we are testing all this thing. This is a very important point actually, and this can be added in any Python code. Any Python code, because everything is a modules in the Python, and as the name of the module is a main, it's a default name. This is what it is. So if some guys must have seen some this kind of code, so you should understand what is the meaning of double underscore main is a built-in module name for your Python. Okay, so I want you to try it and understand this point. I hope you guys are getting the point. Are you clear till now? I'll pick one or the participant. Hi Kiran, are you there right now?
Hi,
Yeah,
I'm
Kiran.
here.
Yeah. So are you getting how to define this name and main and all this thing?
Oh, not really. I'm little confused
Yeah,
actually.
that's the reason I wanted to clear actually. That's the reason I call you to make you clear what is the meaning of this actually. Did you check the code without writing the name and this double underscore name equal to double underscore? It's a built-in variable, right?
Yeah, without that,
Mm-hmm.
car and deluxe car both were executing for me without any
Yes.
errors. But you said you are getting an error with the deluxe car that I didn't. I mean, I didn't get that error. From there I lost actually.
Okay, actually that's from there I changes. So what I changes are, see what happen if we import. If we import, whatever the code is there inside the module that get executed, right? Have you seen that? Like even you just import this module. Shall I show once again?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me show you, because maybe some participant right now, are you getting anything output right now after importing? Are you getting any output after importing inside the Python? See what I did after changes. My objects are not created. My objects are not. So I am not able to see any output after importing, right? If I run this, it is working, no problem. But after importing, I am just importing outside, not in the same Jupyter actually, because Jupyter has an environment available. Are you getting any output right now after importing?
No.
No, right? Now let us comment this particular line. Okay, I will do some small change here. I can do here, and I have to then remove this thing. Okay, no, not here in the, because in the deluxe car I will get error. I will do here in the car. I'll just comment this section.
Okay.
Okay, and re-indent the entire code now. Just re-indent entire code, just to make you clear all this thing. This is for all participant also.
Okay.
See what happened if I do not put the condition. There are some advanced features which will know the meaning here. Okay, now I'm saving this file
Okay.
as the car app.py only. Okay, now let us try to import the car app. Okay, I need to just run this once. Let me run this car app.py. And I'll close this. Now Python import car app. Yeah, one more thing, like it, pyc file is already created. It works only once. Once it is created, then I have to delete this. Okay, now you can see. Can you see now?
Yeah.
My car app.py. So previously when I import car app, what happened in that case? Nothing was there, right? Now I can see all those objects which I have created in the car app.py getting executed now, because now we have removed the condition. You can see I have removed this condition. Just check it and
Okay.
let me know, are you getting the or not. I want everybody to be clear about the name and the main here. Okay, so I'm giving some time for you to understand, and we'll give the 5 minute break here again, and there will be a question answer again, and after that maybe we can switch to the next topic, so that you are clear about private members, as well as we are also clear about the import statement. Yes, Kiran.
Ye-
So what is the problem you're facing now?
Uh, okay.
That
I
error,
have
you rendered the entire code?
reindentation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just commented if double underscore name equal to single quote double underscore main double underscore that line,
Mm-hmm.
and I reindented for the car app dot
Mm-hmm.
uh,
That's it. And
car class.
you save this file?
I saved it. It given me message like overwriting car app dot py. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that is right. Mm-hmm. After
After
that,
that,
mm-hmm.
I went to terminal.
Mm-hmm.
There I wrote like Python. It taken me to the prompt.
Mm-hmm. Did you compile?
Then
Did you compile once again
uh,
like this?
I
Outside
I
the
have
outside,
not.
you have to compile it once because
I
that
think that
modification
was
you should check it.
okay.
We should check like whether things are running properly or not.
I have compiled now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm importing.
No, first you compile on where you
Yeah,
are
I have
compiling
compiled.
outside the prompt, outside the Python shell, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Outside.
So can you see this kind of output now?
Yes.
Okay. After that, you go to the Python prompt. After this, we
Uh-huh.
have Python prompt. In
Yeah, I went there.
mhm, Python shell.
Then I
Then you
in
write what
Python
is
shell
appearing.
import.
What are the shell?
I type import space car app.
Right. What is happening now?
Trace by most recent call last file stdin line 1 in module import error no module name car app.
So did you store the car app in the same path?
Yes, just a
Check that.
minute.
Check it is available or not. Or there is a spell check. Just check the spelling name of
Um,
names. First of all, just list that. Is it in the same path? If it is
okay.
because it should be in the same path, but check the name and all.
In which path it is saving how to check car app.py?
It should be in the current path, but let me show you that once again. You should check here itself.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you see this? Like this, can you check it
Yes. Okay.
outside the prompt, outside the Python shell?
Yeah, I'm coming outside the Python shell.
Hmm. You can check the PWD, no? This is the
Yeah.
path. You must be using the two different shell, right? Are you in the two different shell
Yes.
or same shell?
Users hash. Okay.
So path you should check it before we proceed further. If it is saying that
Okay.
the car app is not available, it means that is not available in the same path. You are trying some different path then.
Yeah, that file is not there. That is the issue. I will do it again and I'll repeat the
Yeah,
steps. Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you got the point. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so this was something about like understanding the more concept of the advanced some advanced concept of object-oriented programming here to understand like what's the use of name and what is the use of private data members and public data members means what's the benefit of declaring data as a private data. So what happen if you declare data as a private data? Can we override it? What happen after overriding? All these things we are trying to understand with a hands-on session. I know like even some participant will require to practice this further and this file anyhow I'll be sharing. So you can share, you can actually do this practice later on also. I'll be just correcting this file once again because I did some modification to just give you the uh, just give the idea like how does it work without main and all. Okay, this should be the way the coding style should be this way. So we should not be uh, executing the module just by import statement. It should execute uh, only when we are running it. Okay, not like when we are importing. So I don't want my import statement should run my module. So that's the reason we have put this condition here. Okay, so I hope you got this point now. Now let us again revisit our objective. Our objective is to understand what is lock attribute. It means like okay, one more point. What about protected data in the Python? uh, in Python, as I said, like there's nothing like private data as such or protected data. It is just everything is public. But yes, it is just like the way of declaration, right? Just like how do you write your code based on that. Python understand that this data is a public, this data is a private, this data is a protected, like that. So protected is not as such available, but then just for the theory, I like to say that there is a single underscore in the beginning of any data, we say it is protected, but it's theoretical. I have seen practically, even you mentioned uh, some data with a single underscore, you can access the way you can access by the public data. Okay, so we will not see the way the protected or private works in other programming language like Java and C++. It won't be the same way. Actually, it is something different here, Python. So it is just because in Python everything is object. The reason is here everything is object, and whatever the things are there, the data members which you define inside the class, they are all public data only. The only thing is we are like some data which we want uh, uh, by accident we should not override, so we declare the data in a different way. So by using the single underscore, if we declare, we say it is a protected kind of data. And if you say double underscore in the beginning, we say it is a private kind of data. Okay, so that is what the private, public and protected in the Python. Now now let us go for the set attribute and get attribute. Let me tell you, like in all the programming language, Java, C++, everywhere we have a some like data attribute. We can like get attribute and data attribute, get attribute and set attribute. What is get attribute and set attribute? Say whenever you access some data members from the class, that is what by default get attribute. So actually these methods are there which are built in with all the classes. They are built in. Okay, so we do not require to define a set attribute and get attribute for accessing and modifying the attribute here. It's a default feature of all object oriented programming in the Python. So in this case also you will see there is a this like a there's a method. I just want to tell you like because some programming language we say the set the data and then you get the data and all this thing we do it. So it is something which you do manually in some programming language, but in the Python it is by default it is there. We can set the data, so you can modify your data members. If you want to change the data by class name, you can do it. Obviously you can do it even in the same program also, you can try it. Okay, so that's not a problem here. Okay, so by default is there, but then now when to use a set attribute and when to use get attribute then. If it is by default for all the classes, set attribute and get attribute is already defined, then when should we use it, right? The answer here is you should be using when you want to control the attribute behavior. I hope let me repeat again. This we do it to control the attribute behavior. Now what is the meaning of controlling the attribute behavior means? As I say, by default you can do whatever you want. Whatever you want means you can access the any attribute and you can modify any attribute. This is a default feature, but I don't want that. I want that some attribute I should not be modifying. I should not give the permission. for the modification. Okay, so how to do that? So let us do that. So how to do this? There is a attribute method here called, these are the methods: double underscore get ATTR and double underscore set ATTR. So they are the attribute, they are the methods we call get attribute, and there is a set attribute. Now if you look at it, just want to show you like what are the methods. They are the methods which are built in. So if they are built in means we need to override now. So changing the attribute behavior means changing the what you need to actually override this attribute then. So in this example, I want to change the attribute behavior. So how to change the attribute behavior? Okay, so by overriding this method, this is a built-in get ATTR, that is double underscore in the beginning and double underscore at the end. This is a built-in method to access any attribute. Similarly, set attribute is a double underscore set ATTR double underscore is a built-in attribute for modifying the attribute values. Right now, as I said, that if you want to control the attribute behavior, means what? In this example, let's say max is equal to 100. Now max equal to 100 is a class variable, and I don't want this particular attribute should get modified by any object. So I don't want my object to modify this attribute, because here you are actually giving the permission to object to modify the attribute by default, but I don't want you should modify it. Okay, so in that case what I will do, I will define those attribute inside the dictionary of set attribute, which for which I need a modification should take place, and the attribute which for which I don't want any modification should take place, I will not declare inside the set attribute now. So in the set attribute dictionary, if I do not declare all these attributes, then automatically you will see that this attribute will get an error now. So let us test this. You'll come to know how does it work now. Now here I am trying to access this class lock underscore data having the attribute like max equal to 100. This is a simple thing we are done, and we have just given some default value for the module, and the main important thing, this again, this is like we have to declare only once. This get attribute and set attribute methods you can define in any class. Even this you can declare in the existing class also, like in the case of car. There also we can do this actually. But before we do that inside the car class, okay, and controlling the attributes of the car class, let us try a very simple class. You could be any class, right? Just we are given the class name as a lock data. So this class we are trying to do what? We are saying max should be modified by only the class and not by the object. I don't want it should get modified. Okay, I want it should be have only read-only access, but it should not get modified. If somebody is trying to modify, I should raise the attribute error. This also I have mentioned in the set attribute method. As I told you like previously that if I do not write this method get attribute and set attribute method inside my class, then we have a default behavior for all the attribute, that is to access and modify. But once you override this method inside this class, in that case you change the default behavior and you control the attribute here. So now if I try to modify ob1.max, right now the ob1.max having the value is 100, and let me just try to modify. You can see it is showing me attribute error. It has raised the attribute error here. And why? Because it has a value which is a max equal to 100, and I have not declared this attribute max equal to 100 in the what you can say, in the list of set attribute, or in the dictionary of set attribute you can say. So I know like these concepts, those who already know in some programming language about like Java and C++, like the setter and getter, these concepts we are using in Python, but here we are doing overriding. In some programming language it is compulsory to set and get attribute, but here in Python it is by default we have a set attribute and get attribute. Only in case we want, that too in a rare case I will say, we want control the attribute, then only we should be defining this set attribute and get attribute inside the class. So I want you guys to try this and let me know if any questions are there, or if you have some if you want me to explain once again. Otherwise we'll proceed further. There is a one assignment for you based on this set attribute and get attribute. The assignment is I want you guys to try set attribute method and get attribute method in the car class itself, which we already defined, and I want you to control the attribute like the class variables or whatever data attribute you want to by using this kind of method. So this is the assignment, and I'm expecting this assignment to be solved by you can say tomorrow or whenever you get it time. Okay, so you can see now if you look at the title which is defined here, I can do the modification, and you can see except the max which I have not defined. What about title? I am able to, right? Because title is attribute which is declared inside the set attribute. What about ABC and all, which is unknown? Just try this. Yes, are you getting? No. Okay, you are trying to say OB1. Okay, OB1 dot ABC. Oh, we don't. Okay, this is what we declare, OB1 dot ABC, right? So you can see I am able to even ABC is not declared. You can look at it. Did I declare ABC? I just mentioned in the set attribute. What about any unknown attribute now, which is unknown? Let's say new OBC dot something like I'm trying to print actually XYZ. See what happened. OBC so sorry OB1 है तो OBC बोल रहा हूँ मैं. OB1 dot XYZ. What is saying? Something. Okay. It is showing me something here. You can see this. Why? I just want to answer this also. Why ob1.xyz it is showing me something, whereas it should be the error because xyz is not declared here. Yeah, someone gives the answer here. Why I'm getting ob1.xyz, which is not at all declare in anywhere inside my class till I can access and get the output. So I want the answer here. Why particular object is I am able to access this attribute and can see the sum output? What is the reason? So you should have some observation of the code here now. Yeah, I'm waiting for the answer here. So these are some advanced feature. That's the reason, guys, those who are new, for them they may face some issue, new to the object programming. But those who are already familiar for the object programming, they may find it is a very simple concept because the concepts are same. So if you are trying this, let me know because this is a very important question here to understand the set attribute and get attribute. After this and this assignment also based on this, as I say, like you need to define this method set attribute, which is double underscore in the beginning and double underscore at the end inside the car class. So I return the assignment, that is to define set attribute and get attribute in the car class, which we are defined in the car application, and log the car class variables. This is assignment to all to solve it based on the set attribute and get attribute. If any questions, let me know here. We can discuss it. So giving some time for you to understand the concept. Okay. So after this, we'll be going for the next topic actually. Uh, you need to understand this, and also I want to solve this assignment. I want you guys to solve this assignment. Tomorrow I can look at this assignment also. You can submit the assignment to my email address. So here you can submit the assignment, or I want to see like that car application should be developed, and this application should have the some attribute where you can say it should be protected. Something about the recording. I hope you must have got the link of the recording. The recording of the previous session. Those guys who have not attended the session, they can look at the uh, recording also. And I'll be sharing the recording link if you are not having that link available right now. So this link I have shared this to all right now here also. In case if you have not received the email, because today only I share, so maybe you will get it later. Right now I'm just sharing on the. You will get email also. This is just to give the quick reference on the. You can copy this text and you can look at those those who have not attended any one day class. You can attend that through these channels which is already there. uh, it is for those, specifically for those participants who have not attended the session. So I have mentioned here day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, all these links are already there now. And the day 5 and day 6 will be shared by today or tomorrow. Today evening or tomorrow you will get it. Before that you can go for this day 1 to day 4. Okay, so I hope you are okay. And any question? I'm not able to see right now the questions here. All of you guys are requested to look for the this link, and also would like to see your feedback. If any kind of questions or any kind of things are there, let me know that also. Hi Nagendra.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, so are you there? I hope you received my email.
Yes, yes. In morning I've received.
Okay.
So I thought, after this training I can
Yes, yes.
share with all the participants.
No issue, no issue. I just wanted to check whether it is shared or not. So I have shared in the link also. Plus, you can share through email so that because maybe some participant may not have joined today's session, so they will get that then,
Okay. Sure,
right?
sure, sure.
Yeah. And
Sure, sure.
about the yesterday's, and because yesterday's, there is a need of some modification in the recording session actually. So today evening, I'll share that link then.
That's fine, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Nagendra.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, so guys, let me know you are okay till now, and shall we proceed for the next session, or you need a break for 5 minutes to start the next session? Do you need a break for five, because the next session is on the file handling and the exception handling. Here, I need to stop the topic of object programming. I try to give as much input as possible in the given time on the object programming here. I can just take one more topic right now, at least the file handling. We can try it out, and if the time permit, we will take the exception handling also. Okay, so but again, like file handling, we'll be taking the basic file handling today, and the advanced file handling will be taken along with the regular expression. We have a tomorrow session on the regular expression also. Is one of the advanced feature of the Python, which is very important topic. We also have some good case study related to regular expression and the file handling together. So it is like a file input, using the file input, and all these things are already there. So this kind of uh, sessions are available, and it is now I will say like once we finish the file handling and the extension handling, I will say that core Python we are finished then. So because now you should be able to write your own code, and if you see any code in the Python, at least you will have idea what actually is going on now, right? So you will not find it's a very much new to you. I hope most of the participants must have got some familiar with the Python code now, and or I can say Python scripting now. uh, Now it is more advanced things. Advanced thing means actually the uses of Python, like the file handling and access handling, that anyhow it is a something again essential Python. After doing that, we have a regular expression, and the regular expression in the Python is very powerful and very important topic. Not only in the Python, it is in the other programming language also, like in the Perl, in the Ruby, and many more other programming languages. You can see regular expression is used. Then we have a topic related to some advanced feature of the Python again, like we have a collection framework in the Python. We have a iterator, generator, and also we have some feature like multi-threading is there. So a lot of new topics you will see, and the new thing in the Python that also you will see, like a new style of classes in the Python. The meaning of you can say the decorator. What is decorator in the Python, and how to write a user-defined decorator, because that is a new style of the Python that also comes as an advanced feature of the Python. Also, how do you connect Python with a database like SQLite 3, or how do you because there's a built-in database available in the Python, and I know many of the guys are having must be having a database background here, so you must be interested for a database connection with the Python, and that also will be doing here. And okay, so let me see, because I'm just waiting for some question box. There's no question here, or speak with some participant here. Pradeep Khatri, okay. I will talk to Pradeep Khatri here. I think you are using the phone connection, Pradeep. Hello, am I audible, Pradeep?
Yeah,
Okay, fine.
yeah, yeah.
That's good. So I have given you some idea about a set attribute and get attribute. Did you use in the Java or some programming language, Pradeep?
I have not done much programming,
Okay,
means, but I am aware of that. We do something this and then assign the value there in
okay,
Java.
okay. Okay, so you know like what is the meaning of get attribute and set attribute? First of all, do you know the meaning here? What is the purpose and
Means assigning the values to the variables and
which variable? Here variables is
mm,
attribute here, right? Data attribute.
right.
So right now, max is a class variable, model is a object variable in this particular code,
Mm-hmm.
right? I hope this
Okay.
code is visible to you,
Right.
right? And in this, we have a attribute like the title which is mentioned, which is not available, but we have mentioned here
Mm-hmm.
by using the get attribute actually inside the get attribute, right? If you look
Right.
at this is something anything, I'm like this is just like a return some logic in the get attribute here. See, what is the use of get attribute? Like you do not require to write a get attribute and set attribute in any class, because if you look at it in Python, did we write get attribute set attribute here? in the car application?
No.
No. But here we are writing it. Why we are writing here? Can you tell me that? Why we are writing it?
Not sure.
Okay, let me tell you. First of all, these attributes are built in the Python. Built-in means you got it, like even you do not write, by default you have the behavior like you can access the data by object. You can access or not, you can see. So when you are accessing deluxe car dot number, or you are accessing c1 dot number here, what does it mean here? What is the meaning of c1 dot no? Means you are accessing the
You're
number,
getting.
your
Yeah.
get attribute. So here get attribute is there, right? Are you getting?
Right.
Now if I say c1 dot number is equal to 300, okay, and if I print this, okay, what will happen? What will
It
happen
will
in this case?
override the value.
Yes. So what is this actually? What is the meaning of this?
Setter.
Set attribute. Exactly. So this is a default behavior where I have not declared this, right? Did I declare this? No. This is a default behavior. You can set and you can get. So now I don't want, this is a number is what? This is my number is okay. In this case, number is what? Class variable, right? Or we can say class attribute. See, either you say variable or attribute, meaning is same. They are just two different names, right? I hope you know that.
Right.
Either you say variable or attribute, the meaning is same, right? So this number which I have modified here I modified, right? This is what we say set attribute. Is a default behavior. You got it now?
Yeah, this is clear.
This is clear. Now what we want, I don't want this attribute should get modified. I don't want this modification to take place. Then what should I do? It's a default behavior, right?
Right.
Setting the attribute is a default behavior in the Python. But I don't want the modification should take place now. What should we do now? Yeah, Pradeep, answer.
Okay, you are that. That's why you are hard coding that if title equal to means attribute equal to title, then return only that value.
Yeah, that is a hardcore. No, my question is something about this right now. The question about the number, card number, whatever is there right now, number. I don't want this number should get modification, should not take place. I don't want right now it is going right. You know, like I'm able to modify the attribute. I'm overriding this attribute,
Right.
but I don't want it should happen. Somebody should not modify my attribute behavior now. Specifically, my class variable should not get modified. So what is the solution for this? It means, again I'm rephrasing the question. It means I don't want set attribute default behavior should work. Okay. So what is the solution if I want to modify the default behavior?
We have to override those functions.
Exactly. So that is what we are doing here. So in that case, you should be defining the set attribute method and say that do not mention those attributes where modification should not take place, because this is a default method and I am writing once again inside the class. If I write in this class, then what will happen? The default behavior will change. This is by overriding it. Are you getting something?
I'm getting, but
Now
this thing is if conditional block, can you?
no, here in the car class. if I declare in this car class, if I declare, actually I don't want it in the solution because this was assignment. So if I say, as soon as I declare this method, okay, all attribute
Mm-hmm.
get automatic lock unless and until you declare inside this list or in the dictionary. I will not able to modify now. So now all this name, model, color, whatever you see, that is NMC, everything I need to declare here. If I do not, then I will not able to modify. So I should be having N,
Okay,
N.
okay. Now only these attributes we can modify, which we list here.
Yes, exactly. And if I do not, now number will not get modified if I do not write it. If I want to modify, I have to write it then. Okay, so why not to test this? You just test it also. In case now you should be uh, trying this kind of a code. I want you to try it rather than I'm giving you the solution to the assignment. I hope you got the concept now here. Yes.
Yeah, I got this.
Concept are clear now, but I want you to try it yourself
Yes.
because if I, it will be like assignment solution then. The assignment which I share. Got it? Anyhow, so I'm
Uh-huh.
giving the time for you to understand this. I know like it is not that easy concept to understand quickly. Okay, so maybe I'm open for the question because today instead of starting the new topic, it's okay to discuss the questions if there is a question, and maybe I can clear this itself because any new topic to add, you have to first be clear your mind for this topic itself. I can take the new session. Let me take the opinion from all whether to start the new session like a file handling, or shall I actually shall we have the question answer for the today's topic only. I will take the opinion from all. Yes, guys, let me know. Otherwise, I'll clear the same concept if you are not clear because this is the assignment which I'm expecting from you guys to solve it by yourself by writing the get attribute and set attribute. This is for the car. Whether we should start the new topic today or okay. Yes, I'm getting some response here. I understand because any new topic to start it takes time, and generally we spend some time 10 to 15 minute time or for the reviewing the what we have learned. If you have questions, any kind of questions related to Python topic, maybe we can discuss it rather than adding the new topic. Even I will also agree with the Abhishek here. If any other person has their own opinion, let me know. Or I will just give the idea like for the what file handling will be doing. Will be today actually the file handling will be a very simple concern in the Python. It's not a difficult actually. The topic which I want to start is the file handling is not a difficult one. It's a very simple topic. I'm like simple because it's important, but I'm not saying it's not. It's important and simple also. Yes. So I would like to know some guys' response here. I could see only one or two participant has response and interacting with me. I'm expecting the response from at least 5 to 10 participants, not from all, but 5 to 10 participants should respond here uh, because I should get acknowledge here regarding what is going on here, whether you are clear or not. Are you okay with this or not? Okay, good, good. I'm getting some response now. Okay, Aparajita is saying like we can discuss whatever we are doing right now. This we can discuss. Fine, good. Okay, yes, Good. That's good actually. Yeah, I understand. That's the reason I'm asking this question. Otherwise, I could have started the new topic immediately. I know, guys, because because this is a very important topic, object-oriented programming. In that, we are trying to understand some advanced concept, and we should not be overriding this concept by adding the new topic. Yes, yes, that's true, Rangnath. Yes, yes, that's what I want. Let me explain the get attribute and set attribute once again for the because I know like some guys may not be clear. Still, they may not be clear. So I have already given the assignment. Can you try and because immediately I'm here to solve the because I will give the solution otherwise. For the car, the car I have added the this particular car example. Okay, I want you guys to try this here. In this case, I'm not actually yes, you put the get attribute in the car application so that you'll be more clear now. Okay, and I'm just removing this right now. Don't want this to understand the concept part. I'm just keeping the only added two method here. Now there's a number one. I'm just doing the okay. I can give the some new name for the car if you want, or it's okay. It should not be a problem. This is just to lock the data, right? And here, let us execute this code first. I'm getting some error here for print C1. None type object is not callable. Previously, I was not getting any error, but I'm getting error now. Okay, okay, I'm getting error here. Oh, now it is fine. Okay, let us see the output. And I already mentioned NMC. Okay, and now, so there's no error here for this stuff. Now let us do that. Something like a car number C1 dot, you will see like car number. Okay, C1 dot number is equal to, right now it is 1, I'm just saying 200. Okay, see what happened. Oh, getting the error. It is saying attribute error. Okay, what about by using the uh, car dot number is equal to, can I do this? Let us to try this also. Now you can by car, you can by using the car name I can modify and see car attribute is car attribute after modification, that is car dot no. It is showing 300, whereas when I'm trying to modify by using the object which is C1 and trying to print this, Printing is the second thing. First thing is I'm trying to modify object modification. I'm getting here error. Okay, so my question here is remaining other you can try it. You can modify your c1 dot number. Sorry, the name is there, right? N is equal to, let's say, it is the new car name I'm giving here, and it is Tata, uh, Tata Nano, whatever. Okay, and print car name, new name, percentage c1 dot n. Okay, so I should see. Oh, sorry, percentage, not percentage. Sorry, here if I had to give the percentage, I had to write percentage here. Just comma only. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you can see car new name is Tata Nano. No problem. Why? Because I have already declared this name attribute, an attribute inside the set attribute. Whereas number, which is mentioned here 1, I can modify only by class name, not by the object. If I'm trying to access by object, you can try also that also. Can I access by object? That also you check it. You can access, but it's a modification done the object, right? But you cannot modify it by, can I modify by class by directly class name? Answer is yes, but not by the object. This is what we are saying, the changing the attribute behavior. But if in case I want modification should take place using the object, then what should I do? I should just mention that attribute name like number, and now try this. You can see I can change the object, because now the attribute which I have mentioned inside the set attribute, even the number I mentioned, I can modify. So I have modified this now, and you can see. Okay, this is what I want to say, the set attribute. So you can decide which attribute you want to modify, which attribute you should have the write permission, and which attribute you should have only read permission. Read permission means you can read the any attribute, means you can access any attribute. In this case, even we are trying to access any attribute. So here I am saying, if I am saying else statement, any attribute will print here because of the get attribute, because we are written this code. Otherwise you have to raise the attribute. If I want that, no, I want only the attribute which are declared inside the class should get access, then I should raise the attribute here in the get attribute itself. But I want no, something should be, anything should be, something should come, and you want to create a new attribute, you can simply create any new attribute just by defining it. Okay, so like here, new title, whatever you want to say. So even title which is not there, okay, I can define in the get attribute and say yes, title is there. So this control I am able to do it. And if I want to print a title, you can try to print the title. and see what happened. Okay, let us see. Yeah, I have removed this. First of all, I'm getting the error, attribute error, because the card number I'm not able to modify. Okay, so card number, because I have removed it. Okay, and now I'm just putting this title case. Title, I'm able to access it because I have defined it. So this is the way the get attribute and set attribute is working here. I hope you are getting now. Rangnath, I will speak with you if you have still query. I have shown you in the, okay, okay, that's great, Rangnath. I hope you guys are clear now. So now again it is open for the questions, and any question let me know. This was a, I know like it's an important topic, so I thought to uh, revisit this topic to with a existing example of car, and yes, yes, Subhadra, you can define the any attribute in this particular list of the attribute, because we have mentioned here dictionary here. You can define, okay, that's a good point actually. Let's say I have something new attribute now. This is also very important point actually. The new attribute is, let's say, color. Okay, I hope I have not used the color anywhere. Oh, it is there. So I don't, it is not there, but then still it is something else. So something like taste. Okay, let us do this also. Why not to try this and give the answer? Now why not to print first of all, because I have modified in the get attribute also, c1.taste. Okay, see what happened. It is going to say any attribute here, because my get attribute getter, any attribute means because I have mentioned the get attribute here. What about the modification? What about the modification? As soon as I call c1.taste, it has called the get attribute method. The output has come from the get attribute because I have said handle that. Now try to modify this. New test, new testing in Python, and print c1.taste. See what happened. Oh, great. New testing in Python, Python. So you can see whatever I did, I could do. So anything is possible here. If I have done this in the get attribute and set attribute, I have added the new attribute also, which is not available in my class. So the control of attribute adding or removing is possible using the set attribute and get attribute. I hope Subhadra you got the answer, and I think everybody must have got the answer now.
Muted. Unmuted.
Hello. Yeah, dictionary attribute is what this is a DICT is a dictionary attribute. Here we have to modify one by one, right? This is what we do it. Yeah, this is the attribute. This is a dictionary. It's a built-in. You can see that. This is the way we do allow the modification. Yeah, Subhadra, can you hear me now? I hope now it is. Yes. Okay. So any question, Subhadra? Let me know. I will try to speak. Hello, Subhadra. Hello. Are you there? Okay, I think no, Subhadra, I could not hear you. I will try to connect once again to you. You just test your mic. I have again mute you, Subhadra. Can you hear me now? I think your mic is not on. Just test the. Yeah, Subhadra. I can hear you now.
Yeah, okay, I understood what you explained, Surendra. So
Okay.
one question that I have is with this, if we do not give test in set attribute,
Mm-hmm.
but we try to make modification, just repeating the example you had shown earlier, then
Right,
it won't allow us, right?
right. I have
Okay,
just
okay.
given the get attribute. See, that's what we are trying here now. Set attribute means I can give the right permission. Get attribute means I can give the read, but I can access it because I have handled this here in the else condition.
Yeah, correct. So you can access, you can only read it, but
Yes,
if I want to make modification, I cannot do if I remove the test
yes.
from set attribute.
That's
Okay,
true.
okay,
That's
got
true. You're clear now?
it. Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, Ashish, you have some question. Maybe I can speak now. Yeah, there was some, I think, network issue in between, so this thing happens in the networking. Yeah, Ashish, I will try to correct you. Yes, Ashish, is it clear now?
Only, yeah. So no question. I just
Okay.
asking that your voice is breaking for me to
Yeah. No,
barely.
in between, sometimes we know we are working on the networking environment, so this kind of issues are very obvious here. Anyhow, I hope now it is clear.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, great. So that's great. So I hope you got the advanced concept of object-oriented programming. It's a very important topic. That's the reason I have spent some more time on the object programming itself, because remaining topic you don't require to spend this much time only for object programming. As you know, in all the programming language, whether you go for the Java or C++ or any kind of programming language, uh, object programming is a very big topic. Even you spend 1 month time or so, it is a less to understand the object programming. But as we do not have that much time, but whatever the time we have, at least we thought to give the maximum time for the like a 2 session we have actually dedicated for object programming only. The first session was to give the basic idea about object programming. The second session is to give the advanced concept of object programming, and the tomorrow after that, now it is not now the topics will not take that much time at least, so it will be like within a 1 session all the topic will finish, uh, like file handling, exception handling, and the advanced concept like regular expression and all this thing, and some case study. That is the way the session will be now. So I hope uh, for today the all of you guys must have enjoyed the advanced concept also, and see you tomorrow. If any questions, you can send me the questions through email also. I already shared the email. Also, I have shared the recording session, so I'm available for, again for another 1 or 2 minutes here. Uh, and tomorrow we'll be going for the new topic.